Okay. We hit the jackpot right at 9. How about that? I am up and live. Welcome to Friday Night Live. I do every single Friday, which is so exciting. I've been doing this for a while and I'm enjoying this time. I feel like it's a way for me to be creative and inspired in a great light for sure, which is fun. I've been doing a lot of fun stuff per se this summer, and some of the things that I love doing, not just fun things, it's also things that I kind of pick up on my own. I've been kind of lately doing fun random things and actually just doing it instead of staying in all the time, because I feel like I love being able to do fun things. But lately, I've been doing fun random things to kind of make me feel like I'm doing something. And it could be anything that I feel like doing, which is nice. Like, to kind of give you an example, there was a day this week where I went to Dunkin', and I was like, when was the last time I went to Dunkin' and actually did something that I don't normally do on a daily, and just go there and, take some things and get re-inspired, get re-excited about the things that I want to work on. And that's something that I was like, you know what? I like this energy. I want to do more of this. So, I'm doing these fun random things in order to say, okay, if I can do this, then that means I can enjoy some fun memories and do and put them into a plan that I want to do, let's say in the next season. Let's say, going to cafes, or maybe my next thing that I want to do that's fun and random is going to a library. I haven't done that in a while. And I'm like, that's my next thing. And that would kind of take place. That would take place of, instead of college again, I would go to the library to study. And I want to learn everything I need to know. And in the fashion industry, from fashion to anything that I want to work on, and really just become and start working on projects and start really, really getting into the whole creative process and learning all the industries and really getting into it myself. So that's what excites me about really getting into what I am doing, which is so nice. So I love being able to say I can learn those industries, you know? So, like I say, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are starting this off with a little bit of fun on this channel, kind of go through some of the highlights of the week a little bit, as well as some of the things that I am working on, and that is fun random things, and it really gets me excited, so then that way I can do so much more, which is nice. There's things that I want to do out in this world, and I feel like I know I can do it if I can just put my mind to it. Sometimes I'm like, okay, it's time to get this motivation going and feel like I can do this for a good reason, which is nice. I love being able to be myself. And, having this YouTube channel is like one of the first things that I did. And that was back in 2019. And I'm still going strong, which is pretty amazing for going to this rate, So, so not only the small little wins that I'm working on, I'm also working on my fitness routine, and I've been really, really good about that. I've been manifesting this for a little bit. I'm going to show off my Pinterest a little bit. I don't know if anyone has Pinterest, but I love Pinterest. So I have quite a few things, of course, to kind of give you a look into it a little bit. I'm going to do a rundown of some of my boards that I have on here. Like, I have stuff from last year on here as well, not just this year's stuff. But I think I'm just going to go over just this year's things. So, we're going to start with 2022, which is a board that I started that I want to work on, as you can see right here. Like, some of the things that, like, I'm currently, like, manifesting and working on in life. Like, this is a book that I would like to get and actually get into it, which would be really cool. I have all sorts of fun quotes on here. And then, just to kind of give you an idea of that board, then I also have Perspective, which is a board that I have because, like, I love, like, learning the perspective of life. As you can see here, I have all of this that I'm, like, kind of working on as a step ahead, which is nice. I love being able to, like, have a sense of perspective on life, and I feel like that's something I've been working on, of course. Another thing would be, another thing that I do in my spare time. I'm sure you notice some of the times I bring this book with me, and it's blue. It's called my bullet journal. And what I do is, like, I like to plan out things, as well as I like to, like, do, like, layouts and different spreads. I will be sharing at some point in this video my two older ones, my 2019 to 2020, and then my 2021, which was last year. I do have one for this year, but I want to kind of surprise everyone at the end of the year of a look into that, which is cool. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. What's up? Yay! What's up? What's up? I'm up. Yeah, so I have my plan and bullet journal. So, like I was saying, I also have a whole board on the whole thing that I'm working that I do, just to get some ideas, because I love being able to, like, have that journal and stuff. Yes, from the village. From the village. Do 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 do. So yeah, so that's that board. Then we have fitness is my BFF. That's something that I am also working on. So it has, like, a ton of, like, workout motivation. That's something that I'm working on. Then I have fitness, fashion, and motivation to kind of, like, motivate me, as well as the fact that, like, activewear is like my new best friend lately. I was supposed to be trained today. I don't know what happened, but I think it might be next week because I am working 3 days next week, which is nice. So, yeah, so this is like a way of motivation for me, which is nice because, like, I know that's me in so many ways, of course. And then we have Spotify Inspo 2022. I like to make my own playlists, which is nice. I I love getting ideas from that board, which is nice. So that way I'm not like, okay, how can I name this particular playlist? Like, speaking of playlists, I have so many. If anyone's wondering, yes, I just gifted a playlist to my best friends, of course, and I hope they're playing it in the van, of course. So that's one hint of a playlist that I have. Um, I have so many playlists. Like, if you like look on, not that anyone has Spotify, but if anyone does, this is like really cool. So I have all these fun playlists. So like I have 2022 90s baby. Yes, I'm born in the 90s. You know, boy, I'm trying to do both, and it's kind of tricky. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get used to this. Okay. I have 90s baby because I'm a 90s baby, like my other one is. Um, then I have Adrenaline Rush. That's like my workout playlist. That's the one that I'm always listening to when I'm working out, usually in the gym. So that's my go-to, which is nice. I love that. And then I have Besties for Life. I want to share this to all my best friends as well, or like people that like are like really cool. And then I have Bummer Summer, which is my summer playlist. That's how I like get excited about summer, which is nice. Then I also have Career Girl, because then that like motivates me to be like, yay! So gets me going for before work or the day before work sometimes. I like listen to that. Then I have Cutest Love, because I love songs, to say the truth. Um, then I have Drunk Nights. Yes, I know. I like having a good old time. So I have that playlist. Then I have Early Days, which is a fun playlist of like everything that I grew up with. Then I have Emotional Wreck. I've listened to that one too many times. And I've been through so much, so that's why I go through that. I listen to that playlist. This one is a personal favorite of mine as well. Then I have Fun Times, like let's say like a sleepover, a date, or maybe I'm with my girls, or maybe I'm with my man, or if I'm like with my friends or whatever, and I want to have a playlist for fun memories. That's my playlist. I like to have one just for that. Then I have lonely life, because, yes, I I'm a sucker for, like, chilling out type of deal. And then I have a little gift that I gave my man. I have that as a playlist. Then I have Mikey and Livy, which is like a collab playlist that I have, and it's like for me and him, kind of like have fun together type deal. Then I have mornings. Yes, for my mornings, I like that. Have a playlist going. Then I have my Shazam tracks. If you don't know what my Shazam tracks is, it's through the app Shazam, and I Shazam every single song, and it goes right to Spotify. If anyone does not do that, I totally recommend it. I'm sure it goes to Apple products, Apple Music, I'm sure. I don't know. I haven't tried that. I do have an iPod with a ton of Apple Music on it, but I don't really normally bring that with me wherever I go because it always dies on me. So it's like, what's the point? So that's why I Shazam anything that's like I used to listen to or stuff that I just like gets me really fun related. So I have that. So yeah, I like Shazamming music whenever I can. I have Olivia Beatrice, which is a really cool playlist of everything that I've lived, but like love songs to things. You got that one right. Yeah, I know. I don't know why it always dies on me. And plus, not only that, I also have another iPod, but it doesn't do much because it's that old. So at this point, what's the point of having an iPod? But it's okay. One day it'll happen. Unfortunately, I don't know how I'm gonna get music on it because all that music is on my other computer, and it's at my parents' house because I give my dad the big computer. Anyway, that's that on technology. If you wanted to know. Um, I also have country. I have everything in here. Pop, anything that just like I used to listen to. And I just put it together. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Jenny. I need to make a birthday wish list. You do have a point there, Mike. Mikey. Mikey! There you go. Mikey. So yeah, so this is like everything that I've once lived, basically, and I like to like remember those memories. Then I have Olivia's iPod Part 1 and Part 2. I took all the music that I used to listen to and I just put it on my Spotify so I can enjoy the music that I love. So I have Part 1, which is like everything that's like in alphabetical order. You're funny. So yeah. Um so yeah. So this is part one of my iPod is everything that's in alphabetical order. And then I also have part two, which is like everything that is old school and cool that was fun. So yeah. Which is nice. It's like music that like got me excited about music when I was growing up. So yeah, I was big on that. Then I made a playlist as a gift. I'm gonna show you this. For people who don't even know about this playlist is because only two people know about this. But yes, I gifted a playlist called Piece by Piece. And it's everything in the universe, literally, that I enjoy listening to is good and positive, as well as fun music. It's like a mixtape all in one. So it has from pop to country to throwbacks to everything you could think of. Everything that I like once listened to that everyone can enjoy in van rides. So, yes, if you don't have my Spotify, this is the playlist you need. Because it's everything you could think of that's so good, by the way. And then we have relatable things, because everything is relatable nowadays during this pandemic. I feel like lately, I've been meeting my best friends a lot lately and just like being early to things, and I feel like that's just been my motto lately. I don't know why. Being early is better than late, right? So, yeah, so like everything is just relatable nowadays. Like everything that I'm like thinking about is now relatable. So, everything that I've once lived is on here. And then we have reminiscing, because I do like to reminisce. So, you can tell that I like to reminisce. So, like, I have music like you can ever think of that I just like to reminisce and like be like, wow, that was me. I was that cool. And then we have right now, which is everything that's hot in the music right now, all in one playlist. So like, so that's what this is basically, which is nice. And then that's my playlist for you. I do have a podcast that I do listen to, which is nice. Oh yeah, speaking of music, I do also have liked songs. I'll go through this list with you tonight. These are like songs, but they're also my favorites, which is so nice. So I have Salvation by the Strumbellas. Oh my god, it's one of my favorites. If anyone has heard of it or had to be played in the gym once, I remember, and I remember dancing, really like getting into the whole choreography thing. That's me. I'm a big choreography girl, and a lot of people wonder how do I come up with the choreography? Literally, my head and my passion and just like emotions are into it. I put everything into it and then I like suck it in and then I really just like think about it and be like, okay, this is what it's gonna look like. Okay, let's try the next move. So it all starts like creatively in my head and then it just comes out straight out of the box as something, which is nice. So yeah, so that's one of my favorite songs. So that's Salvation by the Strumbellas. A second one, this one I have to admit, oh my god. Every time I listen to this song, I literally feel like I have a crush, but I don't really have a crush. Literally, it's just because I just have my mind. It's like more like a motivation song than anything else at this point. And so yeah, so that's what this one is really. I use it more for motivation than I do the other way around, is what I'm basically saying, which is I Found You by Cash Cash and Andy Grammer. I don't know if anyone heard of that. I know I played it as well at the gym once, and that was such a fun day when I played. It was like last week. So yeah. And then we have Save Tonight by Sam Felt. Oh my god. It's so good. I'm starting to get into Sam Felt. Really upbeat music because I feel like I just like need that sometimes when I just need a good upbeat song to keep me going. That's one of the best songs. Then we have Rewrite the Stars by and Zendaya. Oh my god. It's from the movie The Greatest Showman. I got the DVD. I just now have to watch it. Unfortunately, with life these days, rarely have time to watch any DVD. I've been like so wrapped into life, you know. Um then so yeah. So basically the song is just like sums up a lot of things for me. It's such a beautiful song. Then we have Dance by DNCE. That is another favorite of mine that is always going to be one of the best songs of the universe. I do admit. Then we have Hope Has Wings by Brie Larson. That's a country song, but like I love it because it's like I don't know, it just feels like uplifting for me. Then we have A Whole New World by Zayn and Zavia from the live action remake of Aladdin. Oh my god, if you have not seen that movie, oh my god. I remember seeing this before going to Taco Bell to surprise my man. And oh my god, I was literally like on the ride to Taco Bell. I was like literally listening to the music. I was like, oh my god. I was listening to the music on repeat, literally. And I was like, this is such an awesome song. It just like hits me every single time. Okay. Hopefully. So yeah. Um then we have it's such a great song, I do admit. Things a Man Ought to Know by Lainey Wilson. That's just kinda like super relatable right now. I don't know why. Just is. I think sometimes I have to have that song in my life. And then we have Settling Down by Miranda Lambert. I feel like that's me lately, and I've been working on that, so it's such a beautiful song. Then A Million Dreams by Rachel Wammack. Oh my god, it's a song that is like life changing and therapeutic, which is nice. So yeah, it's just like, oh my god. It's that song that I just want to put on repeat. And then, don't mind me. I'm reading all the comments here. Please, this is I know. Just be nice. You know, I don't condone violence or any of that on this channel or any kind of things. You know, people are sensitive for a reason, so please understand. So, I love you guys. This is a way to like connect and have fun. I don't need to worry about drama tonight. So, this is supposed to be a fun night, not, you know, a place to worry. I know you're sorry, but there's a lot of people on this channel, okay? People can read your comments. I will write you afterwards as well, okay? So, please be on the lookout because there's all sorts of people on this channel other than me going over this. I know people are sensitive. Let's just be aware of that, okay? There's a lot of eyes on this channel. Alright, I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about. Hopefully everyone has calmed down. Okay. The next song is All You Need to Know by Griffin Slander and Kelly. I can't read the last name because it's cut off. But yeah, that's a really good song. Just like, it's one of my newest songs. I've been digging, and it's a really good song, I do admit. Then we have On My Way by Shepherd. I'm a big Shepherd fan, I do admit. I don't want to do it. Okay, I'm gonna go back to what I'm talking about. Alright. I'm gonna continue with what I'm talking about. Okay. Where was I? Alright, On My Way, so I've been digging a lot of Shepherd music, which is so iconic and fun and real, which is nice. So I've been enjoying them. And then we also have another Shepherd song. I have 3 in a row here. So I have On My Way, Learning to Fly and Keep Me Crazy. Those 3 are just like 3 of my top Shepherd songs. Literally. Then we have 30s by Emma White. I feel like I've been like going through that lately. And then we have Just for a Moment by Griffin and Islin. Oh my god. It's just an amazing song, I do admit. Alright, so that kind of gives you an idea of my Spotify. So we have beach and lifestyle. I have another Pinterest board that I'm okay. We have beach and lifestyle because I love being able to like live that, which is nice. Then we have don't mind pop culture news here popping up. Then we have fashion business because that's something that I am working on, literally, which is nice. Then we have God, prayers, and religious because that's my way of sending God to myself. My faith ways. Then we have social media. This is everything social media that I want to like share. So I keep a board for like things that I want to post at some point in my life. Then we have arts and crafts. That's like from spring and summer all in one to do, which is nice. And then I have a board on Calcia Ballerini. She's just like iconic and beautiful. I just like love her. Then we have photo projects, which is projects that I want to work on. Then we have Michael and Olivia. That's something that me and him are working on. Then we have our adventure book, adventures that I want to take with him. And then we have cooking with Olivia. Yes, I like being able to say that I can cook and have inspo for that, which is nice. And then cooking for Mike, of course, because I want to do that. That's a goal that I'm working on. And we have teach myself piano. Yes, I do have a keyboard. I know I haven't been great about posting of me playing. I do plan on actually doing a live music session on the weekends. I want to see if I can do that. So I'm going to start doing that on this channel. Do a little, like, I want to start doing like a music series or something on here. So that would be so fun. So we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, let's just do what I'm working on right now. Then we have my fashion career, which is creative direction is my dream. So that's what this board is. Then we have Tumblr. Yes, I do have a Tumblr. I have a blog as well. I have so many different things going on here. So yeah, so that's something I'm also working on. Mornings and nights, I like having to have something to be like, good morning, good night. I love that. Then we have Instagram things, like things that I want to post on Instagram. Yes, I know I am known for that. Then I have Libra because no matter what, I'm always going to relate to an astrological sign. Not saying I live by it, but that is the truth. I do somehow relate to a lot of Libra stuff. That's just me. I I'm just gonna focus on my channel and not worry about too many bells and whistles. And then motivate to sweat is my motivation to get me excited about working out and stuff, which is nice. Then we have Hot Girl Summer. Don't mind the bells and whistles going off. I will deal with that after this live. For whoever is on, thank you for watching because we're going to keep on going. I kind of feel like doing 2 hours. I don't know why. Maybe because I just feel like the way I do. I don't know. So we'll see how the night goes. Then we have So Hot Girl Summer is my summer board for everything all in one, which really excites me. Then we have Deal with Change quotes. I feel like that's something that I'm like working on in my life right now. Then we have Olivia's lifestyle, which is like really inspiring and exciting, which is nice. Don't mind me, sorry. Olivia's lifestyle. Don't mind the notifications, bells and whistles going off. Um, then we have Olivia's lifestyle, which is like all the stuff that I'm working on, which is nice. And then I have This Is My Squad. I have a whole thing on friendship, a big one, of course. So from girls, guys, whoever I hang out with, that's me, of course. Then we have Secret Musician. That's me, of course. A secret musician. I like to do things on the low, which is nice. From recording to songwriting, because I want to be able to surprise you guys with a gift. Then I have music inspirations because I love getting inspired for when it comes to music. Then we have UFC boxing because that's me. I'm like literally like really into it. I don't know how and why, to say the truth, but like I've always been that girl that's always been in sports. And then fitness is my career, which is my way of saying yes, I'm gonna be working in another department called athletic wear. So I have that board so that way like I can get myself excited and motivated for that, which is nice. And then we have boxing therapy because literally it's a lifesaver for everything that I go through, literally. And then I have basketball training because that's another thing that I am known for. So yes, and those are all my Pinterest boards. Thank you for trying to get through all the 44 minutes of the first half of everything. Now we're on to the next set of things here. So, I want to first go over this little list. I I I realized I had. So yeah, I made a list of apps that I'm like really like into. So we have the Notebook app, which is definitely a necessity. Then I have Google Drive, which is a necessity when it comes to productivity, which is nice. And then we have Tumblr, which is my blog. Then I have TikTok for really fun things that I'm into. I have that. Then we have Google Docs. That's like a necessity for like doing documents from one thing to another, which is nice. I feel like it's a lifesaver. That same thing with. Then we have Microsoft Office. I have that on my iPad. I know I have on my iPad that I use. And then I have iMovie for editing. And then under these categories, I have this. I have creativity inspo for films, productivity, office life, blogging inspo, motivation/work, notebook/journals. So yeah, that's what this is about. Now we're gonna go on to the second half of the show, which is super fun. We're gonna take a blast to the past here with these books that I have. I have two of them, but I also have another one that I'm working on. So, how exciting is this? So, we're gonna skip the calendar spreads because I feel like we all know what calendars are like. It's a way to like feel like you're motivated and you're actually doing something, which is nice. So we're gonna hop right into it. I have a spread called Birthdays and Holidays. I just put it in the one that I'm working on, and I'm really excited to have that back in my bullet journal life. It's something that's like really a necessity, which is nice. So yeah, so it's like a way to like keep organized, and then another tracker that like tracks some things that I used to track. And now we're gonna get into these things. This is really cool how I did these spreads. I used to like write like this. Like I have a 2019 playlist in here that was like super epic during that time. And then, of course, my New Year's resolutions of that year as well. I had quite a few, to say the least. And maybe I could try to, like, maybe I could start adding them into a spread for this year as well. Like, maybe end of the year things that I want to do that I didn't get to do in 2019. We'll take that as a note. Then I did like a whole thing for social media. so I remember things. I have that as well. Then we have what's for dinner. I feel like that's like a thing that I was doing. So like I did like takeout, delivery, and fast food. So it's like things that like, okay, what places does takeout? What places does delivery? What places do fast food? So that way I know what I want for dinner on a night, you know? This is also a fun one. I'm gonna do it again for this year. And that's favorites. This one was favorites of 2019. I will do one for this year at some point. So yeah, so I had some interesting ones here that I was really into. Like I can like read it off. I have for Instagram accounts. I had Kaylin Nicholson, Sadie Aldis, The Real Talk Show, Student Problems, because at the time I was a student, so that was like really really cool. I thought. Then we have Elf Cosmetics, which is a way, which is like one of my favorite makeup brands. So I had to put that in. Then we had Dad Says Jokes, because that was always like cracked me up at the time, and I like loved that. Then we had Coffee and Bible Time. Not that I don't drink coffee, but I like the account. And it's like really really like inspiring, which is nice. Um, the shows that I was watching at the time, one of them still existent, of course. I know football season is coming. Um, but we'll start with podcasts. Passion City Church, because I love watching. I I'm now more like Passion City Church DC, because I like the one in Washington DC. I don't know why. That's just me. Then we have Meditation Minis. That's the one that I use for like dealing with meditation and dealing with things. Then to watch, I have Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So, yes, that was a show at the time. It went from a lot of my early life, literally. I was literally obsessed, which is good. Then we have The Real, which is really nice. It's like one of my favorite talk shows, literally. Now it's like I think it's going off air soon, so it's like sad. So it's like, what's the point of watching if it's gonna be leaving? I know. This is one of them. That football season is coming, so I know for people who are not Cowboys fans, I understand, but I happen to be one. I was for multiple reasons. Now it's just back to one reason at this point, so it's okay. So it's all good. And then this was at a time before pandemic when I was into the news, and it was my only news show that I liked, and that was Metro Focus. And now it's like has gone downhill. So that's why I don't watch the news anymore. I stopped after 2020. So you can tell there's quite a difference. So yeah, I stopped watching that show because it was getting too much and heavy for me. And that's like I just couldn't anymore. So yeah. Then we have Hulu. I don't know why I wrote Hulu, because I was watching Hulu. Then I have I Am a Kate. If you don't know who Caitlyn Jenner is, I was watching her show for quite some time. Then we have apps at the time that I was like really into and I was playing and really into. Choices is really fun. It's like a story game app. which I love. Then we have Rhyme Zone for because as a songwriter, I have to like be able to have rhyming words, which is nice. So it's like a little dictionary of all my rhymes, and I can just like go into and I can pick out rhymes, which is nice. BuzzFeed, I love BuzzFeed. It's like one of the best ones ever. And then we have NBA Live. Yes, it's a game. That's the one that I'm like obsessed with. It's so fun. I need to play more though. I need a game night on a night. Then we have tarot readings. I guess I was really into that. I don't know why. Maybe for some reason, maybe at the time it was just relatable to like a lot of the things that I was going through. So maybe that's why I had it. I don't know. And now I have my own set, which is even weirder. I don't know. Goes full circle, I guess. Then we have my daily horoscope. Like I said before about my Libra Pinterest board, I just feel like it's just like for some reason I'm always hitting that sign. And then we have IGTV, which was a really fun app. I was like watching a ton of really fun videos on that, and that was so fun. I love that. Then we have Spotify for music, which I showed you all my playlists from. Then we have things to do, my favorite things to do. I had attending soccer games, spending time with friends at the time that I was hanging out with mostly when I was in school. And then we have learn new things about myself, and I feel like I've been doing that a lot. And I feel like this time around, I'm seeing another side of that. I don't know, it's kind of weird. And then we have working with girls basketball team as team manager. Yes, that is the truth. I was really into that. And then we have be efficient with working out, and I feel like I was doing that a lot in 2019. And then when the pandemic hit, it all went downhill. And now I'm getting back to normal here, which is nice. Then we have seasonal bucket lists. I was really into that. And then, of course, I was getting into career goals that I had at the time. Now it's more, I'm trying to get back into it. So it's going to take some time to warm up, which is, you know, so be it type of deal. Then we also have a fun bucket list over here of things that I want to do in life at some point. And then we also have a motivational playlist that just like motivates me, you know? Now was when I was in school, this book. So you can probably tell. So like if you look at both of these spreads, I had a school spirit playlist in my fall semester schedule. So I can tell you what classes I took that year. I took drawing for designers, and then I took photography in course 1 and construction 2. Talk about motivation. I don't normally take 4 classes in a semester. And guess what? I passed all of them. Talk about motivation. It was my first time that has ever happened to me. And on top of that, I was working out too. Talk about awesomeness. Wait, hold on. drawing for designers, photography, in course, and fashion construction too. I can tell you. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 classes. Amazing, right? Then I had my morning routine, I had a night routine, my Sunday routine, Monday routine, and then I had a school day routine. Then we have feel good motivation. So like that was like self-care and fitness goals that I was like just focusing on. And then I did the November challenge that I normally do, and that is this one was more like grateful for, but then I kind of gradually went into doing that as a challenge for every year, so I kind of called it something else instead that made more sense. And we'll get into that in the next book. And then we have like these fun little things that I drew, like just dressing out, and then all the different things that I would do to kind of like calm down some of those things. Then we have what anxiety. So like I have all these different things that I would do to kind of like help me through that. Then we have no tears girly, so that way I feel happy about myself. Then we have feel better sweetie, which I call myself a sweetie because I am a sweetheart. So I have all these different things that like make me happy and make me feel good about myself, and and then we have moments, just like when I'm like why this, why that type deal, or just like do I want to wake up type of deal. So that's what that's about. And then I'm a lazy bum is like whenever I'm lazy, some of the things that would like get me excited or just kind of like make me feel good. Then we had adventure seeking, which is so fun. And then we have cheer up cutie. Yes, I called myself a cutie. I don't know why I did that, but yeah. This was a lot of fun doing because just to kind of like cheer myself up when I need to. And then of course, if you look here at a 30 before 30, I had to redo this because to do like during the pandemic. And then so I had a ton of stuff here, and I kind of checked off a lot of stuff on this. It's pretty exciting. And then we have Wanderlust, all the places that I would love to go to. I can check off Texas because I've been to Texas, so but everywhere else I still want to go. Then we have my fashion stuff in here from when I was designing my projects for school. I had that in this. And then this was my currently, which was so fun doing. Now we're on to 2020. Yes, I was able to put 2 years in a book. I don't know how I did that. It was amazing. So if you look at this little front spread and you see this little picture, I called the year of the cozy because cozy time, lazy time, whatever, or hard times or whatever, I kind of manifested that I wanted a laptop, and I actually have one, and a notebook, and I would sit and do all these things, and just be like cozy, just do everything cozy, you know. I kind of predicted that for myself for 2020. And then my New Year's resolution, some of the things that I wanted to do, Some of them did not happen, unfortunately. Like finding my second job for once I graduate. Yes, I wanted a second job. 2, travel to places more come September and summer. That didn't happen in 2020. So those were the 2 things that I missed out on in 2020. Then we have the only 3 things that I was able to check off was accomplish 30 before 30 list. I did that. Check. Be more organized. / productivity. Check. I did a lot of organizing and getting things like in a motivated way ready, which is nice. Then another thing that I checked off was work towards more in the fashion world. So that was one thing as well. And it comes along with these things. It could be corporate, could be education, could be future business. So that's something that I'm still working on. But that was also checked off because I did the education part. So that's the best part. I made things much easier for myself, how I wanted to do things. I didn't plan much in my calendars for that. I just kind of let things happen as they happened, which was nice. So I was able to accomplish a lot of that. Then we had this cool 2020 playlist. I had an epic playlist for that year, which was so fun. I had some great songs that I was like really kind of like, I'm gonna start this year with all this motivation, and then it went woo. And then I also made this playlist, and it says 2020 graduate playlist. So like I had a graduation. I made a playlist for graduating. Talk about motivation. I literally wanted to like, okay, I'm now a graduate. I'm gonna have all these songs that's gonna get me going and get me ready for graduation and being able to have all this excitement in me. Now, here's the schedule that I had for spring semester, which was very interesting. I had chorus 2 and portfolio. Those were the only 2 I had for spring semester. Woo! So that was fun. So that semester was a lot of fun for me. My 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 last year, because I only had 2 things, and that was pretty good. Because I literally I took 4 courses for each part, and I was able to pass all of them. All of them. And for the last semester, I only had 2 left, and it was easy stuff, which was nice. So I'm enjoying this. It was like a nice, easy thing, and I used to go on campus every single day of the week almost, because I loved being around friends and just doing things that I can randomly do for myself. And that's like one of my things. That's what I'm good at. And here's my bucket list from my last year. Spend time with my best friends. Go to different sports events. Photograph everything I want to remember. Attend fun events by SGA. And I did all of that. I was good. And then do you know what my spring break motivation was? It was clean out my bedroom. That really needed that. It was pretty bad. At the time. Get re-inspired with cooking. Check. That really excited me about cooking again. And now it's more like, okay, I think I kind of felt Now I'm just like feeling a little bit burnt out because didn't I was just feeling a little bit burnt out from cooking during the pandemic. I was like, ugh. So it's kind of hard right now, kind of like get back, trying to like be in the routine of that, and trying to come up with meals that like that's not comfort food all the time. So I think that's like the hard part right now. So I'm trying my best with that, you know. Then we have make my bed more. I I was doing that, which really kind of excited me actually, because I would used to just like leave my bed open all the time, and I was like doing schoolwork on my bed because I didn't want to. I wanted to be comfortable when I was doing schoolwork at the time. Then take photographs to share. I did that, like really fun photographs that I was able to take. And then upload inspiring YouTube videos. And you can probably tell if you look at some of my stuff in each year for 2020 and for 2021, you could see all that. This is 2022. I'm getting into the swing of things here. And then, of course, I had some YouTube inspo of all the different things that I wanted to do for that year. Then I got into the whole idea of brainstorming. I'm like, okay, let's do this on the on the right note, So I'll show you that, which is really cool. I had a Christmas list here, fashion, productivity, YouTube, and journaling. Those were the different things. And then just like a way to kind of like feel good about myself. So I had some really nice things that I wanted to do. Then I got into visual stuff. I read something in the one book I guess at that time, and I'm like, ooh, I can do visuals. So I kind of dove right into that. So I did a dream board for 2020 and see where that would take me. I did this really fun Taylor Swift side, and then if you look over here, I did like a mood board springy edition, just to kind of make me feel like I saw some flowers. So I did that. And then I did this whole flower spread, which was nice. And then if you look over here, I had after quarantine motivation. But, now that quarantine's lifted, I feel like I could do some of these things at this point. But some of them are kind of like way over my head at this point. So I'm going to be redoing that this year. And then I did the 30 things before 30th quarantine edition. That's what I'm talking about here. So these were the different things that I did. I did a video countdown on TikTok. Yes, I do have a TikTok. A photo shoot. Yes, I did a photo shoot for my last year of college. So I kind of did like a fun little photo shoot, which was so fun. A drive-in movie night. That never happened. Graduate from Sussex. Yep, I did that. I was a team manager. Yep, check. Get scholarship from Black Bear Film Festival. Check. Yes, that's something I came back with, which was nice. Then travel to New York City with parents. I did that, which was fun. I don't know when I did that, but the sunflower field, I really wanted to do it, but I never did. Treat myself to a strawberry shortcake. I was able to do that, and that was so fun. Oh my god. Friendly's has the best strawberry shortcake, and I totally recommend it for everybody. who have not had that yet, oh my god, it's worth having. Trust me. And then watch all my favorite movies. Check. Take fun Polaroid pictures. Oh yes, I did that. Check. Screen on the Green, 29th birthday. Check. Because that was so fun. Oh my god. It was like the best night ever. Start my YouTube channel. Check. I did that. In 2019, I started that. Start a journal. Check. That's what I have over here, which is really cool. You can kind of see it. It's that little rainbow notebook right there. Have a fun picnic that never happened. Learn how to art journal. Check. Yes, I have an art journal where I just do art only, separate from everything else. Work 3 days a week. Check. Because that was the reason why I wanted to work 3 days was because once I graduated, I told them I'm going to work 3 days a week. And they were excited to have me back because I was either doing 2 days or 1 day. And that was it. And it was not helping me whatsoever. So, when I said I'm going to do 3 days a week, they were so excited. So, I'm happy to be working 3 days a week, which is nice. So, that was something that I've been like working towards. So, yeah. Don't mind me, I'm a little dry. I don't know what's up with that. I'll get myself a drink after all this. I wanted to be on a little bit longer tonight because I just feel like it. Say truth. Treat myself to a wine and dine. Check. I did that. That was so fun. I love doing that. Experiment with bullet journaling. I love bullet journaling. It's so fun. Learn about fashion industry. Check. That's something I definitely did for sure. My DVF masterclass and my Parsons certificate program. Yes, I have a certificate at Parsons as well. And I love that I did that. Watch old TV shows. Oh my god, I was totally obsessed with that. And then I did listen to old music. So true. And then spend time at park. Oh yes, I did that. This is have a pool day. I've been manifesting a pool day, and look how many times I've been to the pool this year. Amazing, right? Bake a cake. Apparently, I was craving sugar. Look. Wait, not look. Dear Lord, I can't read. Okay, we're good. Cook a fave meal. Check, I did that. Make smoothies. Wah, wah, wah. But that's okay. I'm gonna get into that this year. Again. Create a TV show. I would love to do that. For real. And then I did like this YouTube, Instagram planning when I was really like figuring out all my things for that and how I wanted to go about it.